Hi everyone, my name's Dr. Steve Simpson. I'm an elite performance coach, which means you are in the right place because every one of us on this planet is capable of producing at a much higher level than we believe. Now, the title of today's movie is something like Why Everyone Should Have a Coach. And perhaps the first thing that I will say is that, of course, I follow my own advice. Over the years, I've had many different coaches. All of them have been different in their methods. Some have given me a lot more than others, but every single one I've learnt something from that I probably use to this day. So there's a debt of gratitude there. So why should other people look to have a coach? Well, the first thing is that you can't coach yourself, and I know a lot of people try. It's probably our human nature, it's our ego that thinks we don't need to get help from anybody else. But there's a physiological reason for this, and that is that we do not listen to our inner voice. Our inner voice is going on all the time that we're awake, and it tries to carry on its monotonous critical dialogue when we're sleeping as well. And we've actually learned over the years to block it out because we're sick and tired, frankly, of hearing the same old messages. So that doesn't work. And the other reason why we need, of course, and that's why we need to find a coach who's got a different voice. And hopefully it's a voice that we can trust and respect and will be kind to us. Now, I said there were two reasons. The other reason why we all need a coach is that some years ago I went to the University of Michigan Business School on an advanced course, and as some of you know, it's regarded as one of the top business schools in the world, so they made a big mistake inviting me there, that's for sure. And I wasn't a brilliant student there either. I learned about 3 or 4 things, I think, during this program, but they've all stuck with me, and one of them that stuck with me was the professor who said, if you're going to succeed in today's fast-changing environment, then you're going to have to reinvent 25% of your content every single year. Now, that is a very big ask, and we all know people who are talking the same stuff that they were talking about for the last 25 years or more. Well, that doesn't cut it anymore. So you need to get some new ideas, and again, they're not going to come from the voice inside your head. So that's why find somebody. If you want to raise your performance in whatever the thing is that you love doing, if you want to be better at it, find yourself a coach. And of course, I spend a lot of time coaching people, and I spend a lot of time coaching coaches, and that's why I'm mentioning my mentoring program. Of course, feel free to explore. There's loads of people out there. There's no shortage of choice, but the mentoring program is the one that I enjoy the most, and maybe for that reason, but it's also the one that is by far most successful. People sign up a month at a time, and I've been running it for 5 years, and at least one of the original people who signed up for it is still with me, and just a couple of weeks ago he won over $100,000, so something's working for him, that's for sure. I only have 5 clients at a time, and guess what? I have 2 vacancies at the moment, which is why I'm making this video. So there you are. You're going to find different content that you can add to your armory, and I'm reading a really good book at the moment, by the way, which I'll happily give a little plug. It's called Novacine by James Lovelock, who wrote about the Gaia, and it's about really in your face ecology and the problems facing the planet. And he says in this book, I'm not going to tell you too much, but he says the biggest revolution is going on right now is artificial intelligence. And you'll see that I've written some articles on my blog on this very same subject, and I think I've had some business articles published on this as well, because it definitely is a big thing, and it's going to have huge implications for all of us. And the other reason I mention this book is because there's nothing ever new in the world, and in some of his later chapters he actually writes about the very same things that I wrote about in the Psychoic Revolution. Now, I'm certain that he probably hasn't even read my book, let alone taken any of the content. It just is that there are some universal truths that they're staring us in the face, place, quite frankly. Nothing is ever new in this world. So I did say refresh your content. I didn't say renew it, but always add to it. And sometimes you can find some brilliant stuff by going back 5,000 years. So anyway, slightly off the subject of what I meant today. Anyway, there's a little plug for you. Do consider having coaching. I don't care whether it's with me or anybody else, but if you really want to be good, that there's no other shortcut. I haven't found any way to shortcut that process. So, wishing you all the best, all the health, wealth and happiness that you desire and that you obviously thoroughly deserve. Thanks for supporting the channel.